Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I want to teach you guys this particular embedding technique. This technique is normally used while dealing with bathing soap. It gives the soap a very beautiful appearance, and is also used in beauty soap. So stay tuned, like. Welcome back to my channel. Thank you for staying behind. Today I'll be teaching you this particular embedding soap techniques. I'll be making use of transparent soap that I colored differently, and I also added different fragrance to it according to the color. This is a melt and pour soap that I made earlier. If you want to learn how to make melt and pour soap, I'll just attach a link to how to make a melt and pour soap in the description box. The video comes with the full recipe, so you can actually check the description box to see how to make this melt and pour soap, and then you can color it any way you want to color it. I'm making use of this transparent soap for my embedding in this soap, but remember, if you don't have this, you can make use of any other type of soap, and you can color as you want. It must not be the same set of colors that I used. You can choose colors at random to make this particular type of coloring. So, and then make sure it's oil color. So once you are done removing the soaps from the shrink film, you just have to cut them into long line. The longer the better, depending on the size of mold you are using. If you are using a very long mold, you actually need them to be longer than this. So once I'm done cutting it, what I did was to melt my hard oils, allow it to cool down, and then I added my liquid oils to it. I'm making use of shea butter and tallow oil as my hard oils. The percentages I used are written on the screen. And then after adding all the oils together, let's proceed into our soaping. These are the powders I'll be using for this soap. I'm making use of rice powder. We all know that rice powder acts as an exfoliant. And then I'm making use of snow white powder, and then also arrowroot powder. Arrowroot powder, I chose it because it has its way of clearing rashes of all kinds from the body. Rice powder was chosen because of its brightening effect and exfoliating effect. I needed a very beautiful bathing soap for home use. That's why I'm making this particular soap. And then I decided to shoot the video and use it and teach you guys one or two things. Your powder should be added into your oil and stirred perfectly till you have a homogeneous mixture before you can add in your caustic soda into your oil. Your powder should first, just the same way you use your calcium carbonate to make soap or your kaolin clay, you add it to your oils. These powders dissolves better in your oils than when you already have a trace soap. I'll be making use of this particular fragrance from Nature Garden. You can get it anywhere. In fact, you can just make use of any soaping fragrance you have. I used some of my arrowroots in fixing my fragrance, just diluted it with small arrowroot powder and kept it aside. Later we'll come back to the fragrance. So let's proceed. My lye solution has cooled down. I used cold water when I was making my lye solution so that there won't be fumes everywhere and I won't inhale a lot of fumes. So I've added it to my oil, and then I had a very beautiful trace. Soaping bathing soap or beauty soap is always delightful because of the choice of oils you have to make. You have to make sure you are choosing the proper set of oils. There are so many oils out there depending on the work or the functionality of the soap you want to have at the end. So you choose your oils based on what you want the soap to do for you. I want a very nice soap that will exfoliate my skin and help me and clear some heat rashes on my back, and as well will also brighten, or will I say lighten, my complexion a bit. So that is why I'm adding Snow White powder. Also know that Snow White powder is better dissolved in glycerin or propylene glycol before adding it into your soap, or you can just add it straight. You can also add it first to your oil before you start soaping. It will still dissolve. Snow White powder is very stable, and you can as well use it together with other brightening powders, Giga powder, Giga White. There are so many brightening powders out there you can use. I also added vitamin E, that is tocopherol, to the soap. I need this soap to be very rich so that when I use it on my body, I will know that I'm making use of a very rich soap. So I also added peppermint oil to it, and lavender, the purple lavender oil. That's the particular one I chose, the purple one. You can make use of the plain lavender oil if that is what you have. There are so many essential oils out there. Read about them, Google about them, and then choose of the one you want to use. I added peppermint oil because of that little bit of a minty flavor. When you are unboxing your soap after soaping with peppermint oil, you actually notice what I'm saying. It smells lovely. It actually boosts the fragrance that you are adding to your soap. So after adding all these beautiful ingredients to the soap, I just stirred it and then added my fragrance that I diluted earlier to it. After adding your fragrance, you stir. Make sure everything is properly mixed before you add your sodium lactate. Sodium lactate helps your soap to last longer. It makes your soap to get harder quickly. It also helps you to unmold your soap quickly. And anytime you add your sodium lactate to your soap, which is your hardener, your trace will start tracing up quickly. So I always suggest that should be the last thing you add instead of adding it in the beginning. It should be the last thing you add if you want to control your soap. If not, your soap might thicken up while you are still mixing. So I use titanium dioxide, the white color, to color this soap because I want the soap to have the whitish or creamy look. It's a rice soap. It has to just have that color. Had it been I soaped with 100% coconut oil, I would have actually gotten a bright color without even needing titanium dioxide. So yes, that's the color I want. So we can now proceed from this point. First, you need to pour in the first line of your soap before you start placing the cutouts that you have already cut out before. So that's just practically what you do. You pour in some, at least up to 50 or 100 ml of your soap butter, and then you line with your transparent soap. Line perfectly. If you want it to be more than the final outcome, just add more. I'm okay with the ones I have. This is just a tutorial. So once you are done, you just keep on adding. You layer it one by one. You first pour in the butter. You layer with the soap cutout. You pour in the butter again, the soap butter again. You also layer with your soap cutout. This is how you continue till you get to the top. You fill it up the way you want to fill it up. If you want to have more embeddings in it, like I said, just add more. If you want it fewer, add less. But I think the more filler it is, the more beautiful the outcome will be. So when you are done, always make sure you cover the surface of your soap. It will help you to prevent ashing on the surface of your soap. Those white substances you notice whenever you finish pouring your soap and it hardens, by the next day you come out, you see those white stuff on the soap. That is just your caustic soda reacting with the normal carbon dioxide in the air to produce sodium bicarbonate, which is soda ash. If you want to prevent that from happening to your soap, whether it's laundry soap or bathing soap, whatever type of soap you are doing, this is actually a very good tip I'm giving you guys. Just make sure you cover the surface of the soap. You can use a nylon, a cardboard paper, whatever you have, just cover your soap. So by the next morning, my soap has already hardened up. I brought it out and then we are ready to cut. Just stay back and watch as I cut this soap. Thank you. I know you have liked my video by now, and I know you have subscribed to my channel by now. If you like what you are seeing, if you want more of these videos, if you want more of these techniques, just please like and subscribe to my channel. I make soaping videos. I have soaping classes where I teach people how to make soap, bathing soap, laundry soap, washing soap, skincare products of all types and of all kinds. If you want to contact me, you can use the number on the screen and contact me via WhatsApp, not call. I respond to WhatsApp easily than via calls. So I will have paid classes of all kinds. Just try as much as possible to contact me and all your problems will be sorted away. You want to learn how to formulate, you want to learn how to make profit in your soap making, you want to learn anything that concerns productions of soap and all of that, just contact me via WhatsApp and I will enroll you in any class that is available depending on your wants and your desire. Then we can kick up from there. So watch me as I cut the soap. This soap is beautiful. A friend of mine saw it and said, "This is the Bam Glam, this is the one I want." So as you are cutting, you are just apparently putting your cutter through the embeddings you made. So they will just be showing by the vertical side of the soap. The final outcome actually looks very amazing. Very, very amazing. Shiny, beautiful. This is a beautiful beauty soap. So I will leave it to cure. Normally, cold processed soap, you leave it to cure for 3 to 4 weeks before you start using it on your body, so that by that time all your lye must have evaporated and you'll be left with only all your oils and the natural ingredients you have to have a complete 100% homemade soap. Thank you guys for watching. I know you love the final outcome, right? It's beautiful, right? Thank you for watching, and thank you for saying yes. God bless you all.